Hello everybody and welcome back to my pick a card November. What are you manifesting / prediction / energy reading November 2025. Hello, what's up everybody? So before I get started, as usual, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor and then we get right to the reading and to the timestamps. My recent experience from today's partner and sponsor, Psychic Source, was even better than the last one. So let me tell you more about Psychic Source, but first and foremost, my personal experience. So Psychic Source is a website where you can find trusted counselor and psychics. But before I get into that, I had multiple experience with Psychic Source, but like I said, the last one really was even better than the one previous to that. The reason was that I was in the middle of a really important decision for my life, whether to stay in London or to go back to Italy. And I was just like, I don't know if you've ever seen Gilmore Girls. I'm a bit like Rory, where I do like pros and cons list all of the time. And I was just juggling between pros and cons. And I couldn't really find a decision, even though deep down inside, I knew that there was one place for one specific reason that was better than the other, at least in the present time. Anyway, going back, I am there not knowing what to do, and I really wanted to consult a psychic, but the psychic that I usually go for was really busy, as usually happens, especially the ones that you find even on YouTube. So I just needed somebody right now, and I thought, why I don't use Psychic Source. I know that their psychics are vetted. They were extremely accurate the last time, so let me just pay it myself. So I actually put $30 on it with my own money. That's how much I trusted this website, and I'm not even like, I know it's sponsored, but I'm not joking. This is the truth. And I asked my spirit guides and angel, guide me to the best psychic that you can find on this website at this time. I need an answer now. And then I gently scrolled on the website. Like I said, I'm confident that all of them are accurate, and I'll explain you the reason why in just a second, but that's what I did. And he matched me with one specific psychic. Guys, I asked this psychic one question. Should I say, I didn't even say stay. I just said, should I go to London or should I go to Italy? She didn't know anything about me. She didn't even know my real name. She just asked me for my date of birth. And this lady starts channeling out of nowhere for what it felt to me was an hour. I think it was an hour conversation for $30. I was stunned because as she was channeling, she was saying things about people involved that I didn't say anything about. There's no way she could have known this. She was accurate on the people that were involved, the type of conversations that we had, the reason of certain things. And then she pointed at one city for one specific reason, and that was the exact reason I already knew deep down inside. And by the way, as she was doing this 1 hour channeling, I was completely silent. That is how accurate this lady was. So, and let me tell you a little bit more. And last time where I was basically asking about a particular thing that I didn't know whether or not was going to get manifested, when I asked today's sponsor, Psychic Source, one of their psychic on the website, whether or not it was going to happen, she was so accurate. And then a couple of days later, what she predicted. So their accuracy is surely has to be noted. In fact, their readings are all about giving motivation, hope, and confidence for bettering your life. And they are so confident with the quality of the readings that you're gonna get from Psychic Source that they have a 1% fee guarantee. If you haven't heard of Psychic Source, it's a trusted and safe website and space where you can find guidance, empowerment for self-growth, and obviously readings from legit sites. In fact, I've been helping people directing their life for over 35 years. I also love that they have multiple ways to connect. For example, you can schedule schedule a call, you can have a chat if you don't like to call, or you can have like a phone call. Personally, my favorite way to connect has been so far the phone call. I feel very relaxed. The phone call comes through right away and it's just so simple. And the fact that I love the most about the phone call, but in general about all the services up there, is that I can always get matched with a psychic right away when I need it. And for me, it's not something not to take for granted, to be honest. That I also really appreciate is only that and something that I also appreciate is that only 2% of the applicants that want to work on psychic swords actually get through because they are vetted. So that already gives me confidence when I have to book a reading, because I know that the psychics have been vetted and I don't even have to worry about whether they are legit or not. And each of them also has to follow a strict ethic code, which I can confirm they do apply, and that is another layer of reassurance, because obviously integrity and honesty, as you guys know, really matters to me, especially when it comes down to psychic. 1% of purchase always go to a charity of your choice, which is the cherry on top of how committed to helping other people psychic swords are. So you guys, if you want some clarity right now and you have never tried psychic swords before, with the link that I provided down below or with the code NEA, the link is at tribepsychicsource.com/NEA, or you can insert the code NEA. You find it in the description box on the screen as well as in the pinned comments. You can have for only $19.80 a 40 minutes conversation, which is the value of $240. That is huge. And on top of that, remember that because you're trying the website, you do not need to use the 40 minutes just with one psychic. You can use it with multiple psychics in order to find maybe cross-check responses, or even to find your favorite psychics, like it happened for me. And no other brand comes this close to give such a deal and such an offer. So I highly recommend you trying it and use it with tribepsychicsource.com/NEA and get this $19.80 40 minutes conversation. Can you imagine like how cheap it is for 40 minutes? It's crazy. Trust me, this experience can truly shift your path and give you clarity. Thank you so much, Psychic Source, for sponsoring today's video. And now let's get back to our pick a card reading. Okay, you guys, so before I get to the timestamps in the selection, welcome again. I just want to remind you that if you want a private reading with me, I finished my beautiful website. You also, on the website, there is a chat that I created that is called NEA AI, which for free can help you out interpret tarot cards, give you rituals, affirmations for manifestation, and so much more. You just have to chat with it. Like I said, it's for free and it's on my website. And on my website, you find all my private readings and services. With that being said, and Patreon extra videos down below. Now, with that finally out of the way, with all of this intros, I'm going to put over here the symbols for you to choose from. I highly suggest you to pause the video if you need. Take your time, sip your tea. There is no rush, and you're going to find the timestamps down below that will lead you directly to your reading. Remember, my readings are very straightforward. I don't like to milk or sugarcoat. If you like my style, subscribe, thumbs up, and put that ring bell on so you always get notified of my collective readings, messages, and more. All right, you guys, let's get started. Hello, pile number one. Welcome. Let's see what's up with your November, what you're manifesting, energy reading / predictions for November 2025. Now, I don't like necessarily to call them predictions, because before I start a reading, I always like to say this, even in my private readings, I am a huge believer that the tarot can see probable futures that you can anyway, if you want to, change through the power of your mind, your subconscious mind, and through manifestation. So why do we read the tarot? We read the tarot because they can see as a snapshot perfectly of your subconscious mind. When we know what's happening in our subconscious mind, we can make assumptions and predictions of what could potentially happen, and we can change those predictions through the power of our subconscious mind. So they're really good tools in order to understand our subconscious, to have guidance from spirit guides and angels, and just to guide us in a healthy way, not in a deterministic way. And I always like to say that because it's super important. I have videos about how to manifest with the tarot and manifestation, how they go hand in hand, in my opinion, on my other channel, Nia, if you guys want to see them, and on my Patreon, link it down below. But now finally, let's get started with this reading. So let's see, what is your energy? What's up? So one message that I have for you, pile number one, is that I see a bit of blockages or interruptions, or maybe you have been a little bit forgetful in this period. So spirit wants you to relax, wants you to understand that this is not a period, especially in November, to push yourself even more. When you see obstacles or any sort of delays or forgetfulness, foggy, like your mind is a little bit foggy, things don't seem to match, it's because that reality is showing something about you, is always mirroring reality, something about you. And sometimes you just have to pay attention, pile number one, to the messages and say, okay, if my reality is showing me some blockages or some interruptions or things like that, it's not because I cannot get what I want necessarily, but maybe this is not the time to push for results, but maybe this is a time to stop, relax, and focus back to alignment. Definitely, I feel even for the collective, this has been very busy, chaotic times. So it's no wonder that you might feel it, pile number one, on a personal level as well. However, I made a video actually on my other channel, Nia, if you guys want to watch it. There are 2 videos about alignment and why it's important to remain calm and aligned in moments of chaos and to see the opportunities in that. Now, pile number one, I'm saying this to you because seeing opportunities doesn't always translate with I gotta take actions, I gotta do this, like, or I have to push forward. Sometimes seeing opportunities is more about really relaxing, consolidate what you already have, and stay within and and really find them within yourself more than expecting them to happen outside of you. So that's something to note for November 2025. Let me see now finally the tarot, because this is just a message that I channeled for you. We have the Green Man, which is the Magician card in this witch deck. I love the Green Man. He is the god of nature for many witches. I apologize. And for certain Druidic traditions, the Green Man really represents a new beginning. It really represents the power of standing on your own 2 feet and feeling the guidance from the Mother Earth, from the Green Man, from the god of nature, from the spirit of nature. It's also a card that represents the beginning of a new season, like springtime and harvest. And being the Magician card, it does represent your power to make things happen. So what this card is telling me about you, pile number one, is that you're very capable to make things happen, and we already said that with my previous message. Spirit has acknowledged this about you, and it has acknowledged that you want to move forward, you want to push forward, and you have all this enthusiasm about it. But remember that as human beings, we move like the seasons. There are cycles for everything. So it is important. I think that with this card, we can safely say that in the month of November, you're going to have that new beginning. You're going to have that movement forward that you want to see. But however, it would be very wise for you, pile number one, to balance this movement forward without pressure, but with communion with nature, with more going with the flow, with more ease. So just really relax. Everything is coming. This leadership that you want, this new beginning that you want. Sorry, this is not the Magician, it's the Fool card. I apologize. This new beginning that you want, this movement forward that you want, it is all in the making. But it is important to do it with the spirit of harmony, with the spirit of relaxation, with the spirit of embracing the flow and embracing this abundance that is about to happen in a more relaxed way. Like I can feel pile number one, this word constantly in my head, like relax, relax, everything is coming. Now this could be obviously love related, this could be life-wise in general. Take the message. I usually tend to be specific when the cards are specific, but when they are not and we are at the stage, I tend to be general because you guys are many. So let's see what else. Beautiful. We have the strength card. I don't know why this camera and this lens is not focusing properly. The lion could be one of your spirit animal. This is the crone. So not only there is in the month of November a movement forward and a new beginning, but to be frank, you could even look at your numerology chart, like what is your personal year in 2025-26, because that will help you out understanding where you're going. If you want a numerology reading from me, you can find it on my website, negavisions.com. I love doing numerology. I think it's so helpful. And it can give you so much insights of where you're going, your subconscious number, what is the best way for you to manifest, what is this year gonna bring, what are the lessons. It's really amazing. Besides that, I feel, pile number one, that not only you're entering a new beginning, but it's not just about a new job, a new place, a new person, a new something. This is really about a life cycle that ends and a new one that begins with the crone. And you're doing this independently and with a lot of strength, hence the lion. And the crone, you know, the mother, the maiden, and the crone. So it represents that you're entering a phase of your life of independence, leadership, and true maturity. And now you know that you can stand on your own 2 feet. Now, in numerology, for example, we count phases of life. So there are 3 phases of life: the mother, the maiden, and the crone. So the childhood, the youth, and adulthood, and then the last years of your life, the more mature phase, exactly the mother, the maiden, and the crone. But within these eras of life, which are 3, every 9 years, there is a new cycle. So for example, this is amazing because it's so accurate. If you would go back in time and you will look at, like, let's say from your adolescence to until you're 27, and you will look at every 9 years, or even from your parents, you could see that, or from your friends or people that you know, or celebrities or whatever, you will notice that every 9 year there is some sort of change, a new beginning that appears. And you might be on the cycle, you might be not, but it's worth taking a look. And if you are on this cycle, you are on the cycle of the 9 years. Doesn't mean that you have to be old or above your 50. You could be still in the 30, 40 sector of life, but at the end of the 9th year of one of this era, in the second era, going towards more maturity, going towards a new era of your life with strength and independence. And that's why probably pile number one, you feel this pressure of showing up for yourself, but at the same time over here, Spirit is saying, relax, you're not too old, everything is coming, you have to go with the flow. Now, we also have the 7 of Chalice, indicating that there are a lot of choices in the table. Maybe you are considering love-wise what to do. There might be more people or options in front of you. This might be job-related. You might have options. Location-related. You might have options. Having options is a great thing. Not a lot of people can say that they have options. So if you have that, always remember to be grateful for what you have, as this does raise your vibration, believe it or not, and it makes you more positive to move forward. It makes you move forward in a more positive way, and therefore it makes you manifest. So you have a lot of options, like I was saying before. But within all of these options, there is a lot of interruptions. What is going on? You need to comment down below, pile number one, because I'm starting to get worried for you. It's almost like you want to make a decision. You really do. But there are things or people that are pulling you in every direction. Maybe what it could be, pile number two, is that there is only one decision that at the end of the day is the right one, to be frank. But the right decision is the one that you make independently on your own with the cards that I'm seeing. And maybe because you have been pulled left, right, and center, you're asking for opinions of other people, which is good and fine. This could be parents, best friends. And I think that when you ask the people that love you for opinions, they will always give you technically good opinions because they love you. So I don't necessarily, maybe I'm naive, but I don't think that people are always jealous or they're always trying to sabotage you. I mean, it could be, but generally speaking, I'm a bit positive and naive. I think people do have good intentions in life. I know. So it is what it is. I just think people give advice coming from their level of consciousness that they're at. But we need to learn in our life, pile number one, to be strong, the crown card, and to be independent. We need to learn that because our soul is our greatest guru and our greatest advisor. Our soul and our subconscious mind, they know what to do and where to go, and they know better than the people that even love us. And it is hard to find this level of authenticity and independence, but it is worth it in the end, because when you make decision coming from that independence and that level of authenticity, you don't end up regretting them, even when perhaps they might be mistakes for other people. But I'm telling you, every single time that I've seen, it's not even about me, but when I've seen other people or my clients making decisions that are really aligned with their authenticity, which is one of the highest vibration on this earth, is authenticity. It's not even love. I mean, love and authenticity are so close to one another. I have seen people, not only pile number one, transforming their lives, but I genuinely saw that level of maturity where they were like, I don't regret anything that I have done. It was so authentic to me. It made me grow. Most of the time they even tell me, it was just the right decision and I couldn't even know. It all unfolded perfectly. So pile number one, if you have been frozen and you're asking opinions from psychics and cards and people that love you, and you still can't make a decision because you have so many options or perhaps so many ideas, what Spirit wants you to know in the month of November, that you gotta put your mature pants, trust the divine, trust yourself, trust the season, relax, meditate, because that can help you out. Go within. All the answers are within. I know it sounds like a cliche, but truly for you, this is the message. And not only you're going to move forward, and not only this is a great phase of your life with a lot of strength and maturity, but it is also a phase that symbolizes for you authenticity and independence. And why you need to make, with even the many options that you have, this decision authentically and independently from other people. And that is the only way you are not going to regret this decision in the long term, and you're actually going to set up yourself for success. So that is the message that I am seeing, like the specific one. Now let me take more from this reading. And definitely it does symbolize a moment for you in November, pile number one, of deep transformation, obviously. Obviously we have the Hermit card. Yeah, I know it's tough. Like, I get it, because I see that you might be rambling in the dark, like not knowing, asking so many questions, doing so many pros and cons lists, analyzing everything. And it is hard to make certain decisions, even what university am I going to take, what job am I going to take, whatever it might be, what person am I going to date. They sound like stupid questions or decisions sometimes, and I know that some people have bigger problems. Yours could be even a bigger problem, but nothing is bigger or smaller. It really depends where you are in your life, and making decision on your own when you don't know what the future might hold and you might be stepping into the unknown. Of course it is scary, and I want you to honor that feeling and never feel guilty for the way that you feel, because your feelings are your guiding system, pile number one. They are showing you who you are. They are showing you your fears. They are making you grow. They are guiding your decision. Honor where you're at. And if you do feel a little bit lost, if you do feel a little bit scared or overwhelmed about making that decision, know that you're never lost. You're not alone. Your soul got your back. It's not even the universe. Your soul loves you. Your soul has, which is an extension of God, has chosen you, your specific body, because he knew that you are a great person and you are the perfect incarnation that the soul wanted to have for his specific evolution and growth. He's cheering you up. He's telling you we can do this together. So never ever feel, pile number one, that you are alone. You have one of your best friends right there within you, which is your subconscious mind, is your soul. You have it, and he wants to have the best possible life for you. He's giving you the strength, the power, and the magic to manifest this beautiful life. And the only thing that he's asking you in return is to stop the noise from the outside and to go within and listen to it, because he truly wants to guide you towards the right direction. And it takes strength to listen to something so ethereal, non-physical, that you can't touch it, and it makes you feel crazy because you're like, I'm making a decision, asking like something that I feel inside, and illogical sometimes, but it is there to protect you. It is there to guide you, and that was faith is all about. Faith is really not even about believing in a God outside of you that is untangible, but it's really having that level of faith within you, in yourself, in something that is inside of you, yet you do only feel on a feeling level that is bigger than you. That is God. It's not outside of you. Will never be outside of you. Is in you. And each and every one of us can feel it in a subjective way. Some people call it God. Some people call it the universe. Some people call it their subconscious mind. But we know that it's inside of us. It gives us strength. But at the same time, it's not us. It's bigger than us. That is God. And it's in you. Literally in you. Accessible at all times. And then when you see it within you, pile number one, you see it everywhere around you. That is how infinite God is. And that is the unconditional love, the compassion, the authenticity. It all stems from this understanding. And I know that you are at this level of consciousness. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be able to channel this information for you. So you're never lost. You can even watch my video on Naya, my other channel where I spoke more generally about this. You're never lost. You're just you're not even transforming. Well, you are transforming, but I just think you are in one of those moments in life in the month of November, pile number one, where you just have to make big choices, and they're always scary, no matter how much of an adult or seemingly adult you can be. So do them with faith. Do them with this awareness that the answers are within. They're not even in the cards. They are not in this prediction in the month of November. And guess what? Then we have the standing stone. This is a beautiful moment for you to find fairness, to find balance, loads of major arcana, in fact, for you, and to find harmony. This is the symbol of a temple where the druids used to go to and honor the seasons and honor the ancestors and honor magic. And magic done with balance and harmony within nature. So there is also this big message for you, pile number one, of just connect with nature. Just maybe one of your choices deals with, where do I live? Do I live more close to nature or more in the city? Live close to nature because you need it. You need it for your nervous system if you do have this possibility, or close to parks if it is in a city, close to anything that can make you relax, because pile number one, you have the tendency to overwork, overdo, overanalyze, overthink, and you need to, and this can lead to anxiety or to other problems, so cortisol levels. So you need that moment where you don't always push yourself, but you find peace and relaxation in order to access that intuition that we were talking about before. So November looks like a good month. It's not necessarily a bad month, but it's a month of choices. It's a month of finding back your strength, and it is a month of big decision that will transform your life. So please do comment down below and let me know a little bit of your story, because it helps me out understanding what I'm seeing through the cards. Now let me see what else I can gather through as an advice through my Comfy Cozy Witch Oracle. Let's see what else I can get for you. I'm not seeing romantic thing. But in many of my readings recently, I didn't see a lot of romantic things going on. Maybe people are busy thinking about life choices, career, and even if they have or they want to have someone, it doesn't seem, or at least it doesn't seem to you, pile number one, take it only if it resonates, that is your priority at the moment. But let's see. I see leaves and nature, and like spirit wants to send you a message, but through nature. I don't know why, but that's what I'm seeing. All right, you got a lot of cards, so let's start with the dog. Loyalty and commitment. If you have a dog, well, that's your spirit guides right there. It's incarnated next to you in the form of your dog. I really do believe in it. But loyalty and commitment might indicate that your focus is not on love because you already are in a committed relationship, or if you're single, it could be for some of you that somebody that was very loyal and committed to you that you were trying to manifest. So if you're manifesting like a specific person or an ex, this person could come back in the month of November, giving you loyalty and commitment. If you're absolutely single, well, the fact that you're making very important decisions that are showing, basically they are a reflection of you prioritizing yourself, showing up for yourself, committing to your path, committing to yourself, that is going to result in some level of commitments that you're going to make, and they're going to be reflected to you in your reality. Because remember, everything that we do is a reflection of us. So if you're making big commitment to yourself, like prioritizing on yourself, committing to projects, to new beginnings, maturing, that is somehow, some way is going to reflect pile number one in your experience. And so if you wanted to find love, then now, because you committed to yourself, you're going to find people that want to commit to you. It's honestly, life is a game, and it's really that simple. It's a game of reflections and boomerangs. And so whatever you put in, you get out. It's so simple. Whatever you put out, you get in. That's it. So loyalty and commitment is coming, and it is going to be visible from the month of November. Then we have chocolate, indicating maybe there is somebody giving you gifts, chocolates, or like, treats that you're going to give to yourself, gifts that you're going to receive. Then we have garden magic, indicating the importance for you to have a garden or to sit around nature, as I was saying before. And then we have the welcome and acceptance. So whatever, this reminds me of if you have applied for a job, if you have applied for university, or if you wanted to get a house or a new property for rent, or whatever it is that you've been trying to manifest that implies you getting accepted, getting a key for somewhere, for opening the door of something, could be even business-wise, is going to get accepted in the month of November. So I told you, let's go back to the beginning of the reading, pile number one. Yes, your effort are going to the green man. They're going to come. It is going to happen. But it cannot happen with high levels of stress. It has to happen with a level of faith and relaxation, and that's why all the readings that I've done before. So whatever you're choosing, I want you to listen to spirit if you can, and really ponder about this message if it did resonate, and think, okay, if I have been stressed out, if I have been pushed myself, I know I gotta relax, meditate, and if any decision, I cannot stress this enough, pile number one, if any decision implies that should I choose to live closer to nature or not, please try to at least make this decision in a park, close to a tree, in nature. I don't know why, but spirit wants you in nature, and there is a reason that we cannot understand right now in this very moment, but then you will understand once the manifestation or whatever experience comes through. Nature is extremely important for you. Maybe, if you do believe in them, I do, if you're connected to the fairies or fairy magic, I honestly do believe, and you might think I'm crazy, which is fine, but I do believe that some of us are like half fairies, half human. How are they called? The changelings. I believe the changelings are real. I know I'm crazy. What can I say? But I do believe, because I've seen these people, like I can read people's energy and I see that certain people are not human. Like they are just not. They come from a different, or maybe in a past life they were fairies, or they're connected to that realm of nature, and you can see them in their energy field. Their aura color is in a certain way, their vibration is in a certain way, they think differently, they look differently. I do believe changelings are real. And so if you are a changeling, if you believe, I know I sound like a lunatic, but if you believe like I do in changelings, and you, that is the reason why you need to be next to nature, because you need to be next to those energies, those dimensions, because you're one of them. It's like what Doreen Virtue back in the days used to call earth angels. That's a changeling, an earth angel. But anyway, whatever. It might not resonate with you, and you think I'm absolutely not, so which is fine. The chocolate card is really about you. Like I said, your hard work is gonna pay off. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get the acceptance that you want, the loyalty and commitment, because you're committing to yourself. And if you're thinking about a specific person, by the way, pile number one, this person still loves you. They still want to be with you. I don't know what happened. This is not a love reading, but the energy is there. Comment, let me know. Whatever, we're not going to focus on the specific person. And the reason why we're not going to focus is because I think that this is a time for you, pile number one. And everything, like I said, is a reflection of you. So we're going to focus on, yes, what I want is already done. I have the key to open the door of my manifestation. It is done. I've been accepted. We're going to affirm this. And we're going to focus on this in November, or going forward towards November. We're going to focus on loving ourselves and giving ourselves grace to accept where we are in the present moment, our feelings. And if you want to give yourself a gift, a little chocolate, a little jewelry, a little something, do it. That's what Spirit is saying, because it's going to help you out and help out this level, this energy of commitment within yourself. And then we're going to prioritize finding balance and making those decisions that we have to make that are going to transform our life. And they're going to start from November, pile number one. But we know that, and we're going to listen to Spirit, we're going to make them near nature. We're going to prioritize our connection with the spirit of nature, which we also seen with the green man as an advice. And yes, as we feel a little bit lost and uncertain on where we're going, and it is scary, this experience is giving us strength to become our authentic self in the month of November, and really moving forward with a much more mature and independent phase of our lives. So that is the message that I see for you, pile number one. I hope this message resonates. If you want extra collective readings and readings in general, you find me on Patreon. And if you want more videos, you find them on Naya, the other channel. And for my AI chat with, you know, little advice and rituals and affirmations and tarot and numerology readings, and for my own services, you find them all on nayavisions.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next month and for other readings here on the channel. Bye. Hello, pile number two, and welcome to your reading. Let's see together your energy, what will happen in the month of November 2025. I remind you guys that if you want a private reading with me or any services, including my Naya AI chat, you can find it on nayavisions.com. What is the chat is completely for free. If you guys want to have some interpretation of the tarot, numerology readings, little affirmation tips, I trained this AI chat. Like I said, it's completely for free. And I keep training it every month to give you some guidance for free on my website. It's really fun, and I highly suggest you to try it. All services are there as well. So now, with that being said, let's see together for this November prediction 2025. What will happen? What is your energy, pile number two? I feel, pile number two, an energy of there is some good news coming. I don't know why, but as soon as I was focusing, because I take pauses between the piles, as soon as I was focusing on your pile, I could feel like such a good energy coming in of some form of good news happening. So comment, let me know, what are you expecting? With that being said, we have, though, the Tower card. So you might feel like, Naya, what are you talking about? My life is going into shambles. But Spirit is here to tell you, not for long. Meaning that sometimes, I know it's a cliche, but it is true. I've seen it happening in myself and in my clients over and over and over again. Honestly, life is a cycle and it's a pattern. You can see this through astrology. You can see this through the numerology charts, the years, personal years number. Most of the time what happens, especially before big manifestations and big miracles, I talked about it on Patreon if you guys are interested. It's called the law of preparation. I didn't make this up. Florence Scovel Shane talks about it. But most of the time, not always, but most of the time, what happens is there is a big clearance and a big purge of things that don't belong anymore in your life in order to make room for something amazing and big that will happen. And I know that a lot of you are skeptical about this because they're like, come on. Come on. It's been an entire year of this purge. It's been an entire year of this tower falling into pieces. My life going to shambles. So where is the price? Because I don't see it. Number two, I hear you. I'm telling you, it's not just because I'm saying this coming from my personal life. I did tarot readings for 7 years just on YouTube and more before on YouTube. I've seen it all. I've seen people like almost feeling like their life wasn't going to work, years and years of obstacles, and then boom, something shifts in their mind, something happens, and then the manifestation comes. Sometimes it can take years, but that doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. My suggestion to you, pile number two, sometimes we feel that whatever has been going on in our life, because our emotions are really driving us to think in that way, but we think that this is going to be the end of the world, and this is going to be final, and we're lost, and it's never going to happen. We've been waiting for years. It's not like that. You need to train your mind, pile number two, to see opportunities within yourself first and foremost everywhere you go. Your reality is created by the quality of your thoughts. This is such a big secret of life. If you can train your mind to always see it in that way and to see, yeah, maybe things are falling apart, yeah, maybe this is not working, but you have the ability to see this as an opportunity, you're always going to manifest, quantum jump, shift, collapse, call it however you want, the wave of fortune. The wave of fortune is basically that energy, that quantum energy that shifts you back in your highest life tracks. I've done it over and over and over again. I'm an example of this. Sometimes even through my channels on YouTube, they crash and then I raise up. They crash and I raise up. And the reason why I always raise up, I always find new opportunities. I always figure it out in the end, is because I have extreme trust in God. So God always comes first in my life in terms of like importance. And then by trusting God, I train my mind to always say, is not working. If this YouTube thing, let's say, has crashed or whatever, I know something good is happening. And by affirming this and training my mind and having that assumption and that belief, by number two, something good always happens. Now, we also have to train our minds not to create chaos, but sometimes it just happens. It is what it is. Sometimes it's even leaking from the collective energy. You are in control of your thoughts. That's what you're in control of. You are in control of your circumstances, but not 100%, because that could be affected from the collective, but you're always in control of what you're thinking and your perspective and your assumptions and your beliefs. And by training that control over your thoughts over and over again, your circumstances get better and better and better and better. And even if you get challenges, they don't affect you as much as they would if your thoughts would have gone everywhere. I'm telling you, train your mind, train your focus, you will train your reality to, like an algorithm, like an AI. You will train it to give you what you want over and over and over and over again. So yes, maybe right now as you're watching this video, pile number two, you're feeling that things are collapsing. Maybe you're separated from your loved ones, you had a divorce, you had something going on. The tower, usually that's what it indicates. It indicates separation, breakups, breakthroughs, divorces, losing jobs. I know, beautiful things. But generally the tower is it's an archetype of destruction, of something that was built. So fit it in your life. It is what it is. But it's not a bad card. It's never a bad card. It is a good card. And that's what many readers sometimes they don't see. It is a good card. Every single time I read the tarot, I come from years of experience. I read the tarot for people and they had the tarot, which is still a major arcana, as bad as it is in terms of like circumstances the person is dealing with. It is always the preparation to something great. So sit with that for a minute. Can you see this moment, pile number 2, as sad, heartbreaking, and disruptive as it is, as your greatest moment of expansion? If you can, that's what you're gonna see. And that's what Spirit wants you to focus on. This is a great moment of expansion. Say this, affirm this to yourself. Comment in the comment section down below. This is my greatest moment of expansion. Train your mind to see the positive. Sorry for the noise. That's the first thing that I am seeing for you. So now let's look at something more, obviously, of what is going on within this tower. Sorry, I have to reorder my tarot. Lots of upheaval, I think you're even running away from something. It could be something that didn't work, even if you put the effort. And the tower also does indicate, pile number 2, divine intervention. Like maybe you have held on tight to a job, to something that needed to go away, and you were manifesting it or holding on tightly, and God, universe, spirit guides, your soul actually, God comes and be like, babe, this has to go. It's time. We need to do it. We need to do it for you, because otherwise you're never gonna do it, and we need to grow and expand, and they'll just do it. And it feels ego-wise very, oh my God, what the freaking heck is gonna happen? Like I'm falling apart, but it's a good thing. That's what it is. Then we have the Queen of Wands. It is a good thing because it's giving you more power. Losing whatever it is that you're losing is giving you more power. It's basically, how can I say this? The Spirit give me the word. It's you getting... It's not even like being reborn. It's you going back to yourself, like that fiery, powerful person that you are. That is what this has been serving. And you needed that. You needed that reset. And also what I am seeing with the Queen of Wands in the month of November, you're finding back your voice. Maybe you were in a relationship or in a job or in a situation that wanted to take power or your voice away from you. And you have persisted, you have stayed in this toxic situation for a long time and you kept quiet because of the peace. And now you, in Spirit, is saying, quiet no more. You can't be quiet. You have to understand authenticity and love are the highest vibration of all. They want you authentic. They want you to speak. They want you to find back your power. And nobody should make you feel so powerless ever again. And you're finding that voice, the voice of your authentic self back. Whether it is moving away from home, from your parents, or from a toxic dynamic there, whether it is a changing job or starting your own business, starting a new venture, is really about you finding back your purpose, your voice, and your, I wouldn't say necessarily strength, because I think that you're always, pile number 2, have been strong. It's finding yourself back, like who you really are. And always have been, and within that, your power to make things happen at your own terms. That is what is happening in the month of November. Also, this Queen of Wands is it's got next to her the lavender. Lavender is used in witchcraft, for example, for purification purposes. So there is this theme for you in the month of November of a lot of things getting purified. Purify within, purify without. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. It is hard because you might feel, I'm going to be alone. I lost money. How am I going to do with my job? Or like, I feel heartbroken. I feel that they don't want me anymore. I feel, sorry for the focus, by the way. I feel rejected. This is a card that talks about feeling left out by a community, by people, by a job, by a person. That's where you're standing in the month of November. And it is cold. It's getting winter over here, at least in London. It's getting colder. It is hard to stand on your feet, but you will. And you have to. And there is no other way. And you have to stick with that. You have to accept where you are in order to move forward for a better life. So don't resist what it is. Accept what is and move forward with your vision. That is the key in the month of November. There is an affirmation that I really love from Florence Scovel Shinn, which you know I love and adore. She changed my life with her book. And it is, I don't resist anything on my pathway. I give it to God or to the divine. And I don't remember how it finishes, but basically the essence of the affirmation is that you don't resist anything that there is. There, you give it to the divine to heal it. And in actuality, by doing that, you realize that there is no power to hurt you, but there is only abundance. And that is the message that I am seeing, or the affirmation, something you can formulate it in your own way, pile number 2. But that is the kind of affirmation that you have to do. Like, don't resist anything. When you resist something, when you say, I don't want this, I don't want this, and you don't accept what is, you are creating resistance, which does indicate that in actuality it's going to keep happening more and more and more because of your resistance. Because resistance is nothing but focusing on it and opposing. But when your consciousness rises and you understand manifestation, you understand that yes, that is what it is. That is a reality that you have collapsed. But as that is true, also other infinite possibilities are true, and there is really no power that can hurt you. There is only the power of your focus, and whatever you want to focus upon expands. So if you don't resist it, you're like, I don't care. I don't see it. That's not my reality. I accept that this is what it is now, but there is really no power to hurt. I give it off to the divine, knowing that there is always going to be something for me that is perfectly aligned with me. That thing that scares you so much, or that you think is the end of the world, is going to shrink in importance. When it shrinks in importance and you don't give it focus, you can't continue in your life. It disappears in miraculous ways. And when it does disappear, then the other opportunities, or even the transformation of that particular situation, can happen because you're not resisting it anymore. That is key. Don't react. When you react, you give power to whatever it is that you're trying to not have. And that is the hardest thing, is it? Because we're an emotional creature. We want to resist. We want to react because it's so real. It's not. Even what you see in your imagination is real, and this has to become more powerful than what you see in reality. If this becomes more powerful, you have control over what happens. That's it. That's the message, pile number 2. Let's see what else. You're not going to be alone forever. You're not going to be rejected forever. You're not going to be penniless forever. Let it go. Give it to the divine. There is more. There is better. That will happen. Pile number 2. There you go. The Hook King is the Hanged Man. You gotta let it go. Let it all go. Don't resist it. Don't react to it. Don't try to change what is. You can't change what is. That's the thing that people don't understand about like how powerful they are. They think, because of the way manifestation is being taught, they think that they have the power to change what is. It's not like that. You never can change people. I know, but hear me out. You can never change people. You can never change what is. What is being already manifested. What you can align yourself to a different state of consciousness that makes you quantum jump, even if you don't see it. That's what is happening. That makes you shift into a reality where people will respond to you differently. When even the specific person is a different person, because you are different and you are in a different reality. I know it's so hard to make our brain, make sense of that, but that's what it is. People can change. It's not because they change, you have changed. When you change, your reality changes. And I always tell people, by number 2, to do this experiment. Dolores Cannon, if you don't know who he is, Google her. She was amazing. She said this: you can see where you're at in a state of consciousness by seeing, when you go out from your house, you go and get coffee, a tea, a matcha, whatever, how people are reacting around you. That is your mirror. So for example, when I am in such a positive mood and I'm affirming something positive, I can feel I'm back in alignment, I'm back on track, all of a sudden, no matter where I am in the world, people react to me differently. I encounter very nice and gentle and kind people, and the opposite is true. That is my compass. From the experiences around me, and by taking responsibility, I can see how to tune my focus. And that's why I always manifest what I want. no matter what, because I'm always thinking, what am I thinking? I'm always paying attention to what is going on here. It's self-awareness. Manifestation boils down to self-awareness. So with that being said, what is the message for you, pile number 2? Don't resist what is. There's no point. You're fighting a ghost. Let it go. Let it collapse if it has to. It's a blessing anyway with that Tower card. Hanged Man. Let it go. And focus on something that makes you feel good. Focus on something else. Be grateful for whatever else that you can be grateful for. And through that, by not resisting, you find back your power. By finding back your power, you shift in a different reality where even if you wanted to hold on to the situation can transform, or you shift into something better. However you want to see it, it's a win-win situation. And that is so important for you in the month of November, to just let go of whatever it is and accept it for what it is and not give it power anymore. Because there is no power for you there in giving it power, if it makes sense. And if you will do that, the month of November can finally deliver clarity with the Ace of Swords, new communications, new beginning, and a healthier experience for you. So it's worth it. It's worth it, and it's worth for you to take these new ideas, these new opportunities that can be offered, but they can only be visible if you let go of whatever it is collapsing over here. Okay, let me get some other messages from the oracle cards from the Comfy Witch oracle deck for pile number 2. First and foremost, what Spirit wants you to know, pile number 2, is even though the situation might feel intense, you, with the cinnamon, you are very, very protected. This is not happening against you. This is happening for you, and you have to remember that. Then we have the Coffee. So in the month of November, you're going to find energy back. You're going to find motivation back. You're going to find inspiration back. It's up to you, really, but I'm telling you that the sooner you let go of whatever is collapsing and you accept it for what is, the sooner you find back that energy that I'm told you about. Once that is nailed, once you find that motivation and inspiration back, everything else follows, because everything is a projection of you, is an extension of you. It's not separate. So we need to find back first that energy and that motivation, and then you'll see it. You'll see it throughout the month. The sooner you do it, the sooner you see it. And then we have the Deer, which is a beautiful spirit animal for you, of gentleness and grace. You're such a kind and graceful being. The Deer is your spirit animal. So I know that it is because you're so empathic and so graceful and kind, that it's been hard to let go of this. And it took a great emotional toll to let go of whatever this is. But Spirit is reassuring you, pile number 2, and he's telling you you're going to find that kind human being that you want. They exist. There are other deers like you, but you shouldn't be with a wolf if you're a deer, and that's fine, and that's okay. You need someone gentle, you need someone kind, someone empathic like you, someone that it's not struggle to communicate, and you're gonna find it. But you're gonna find it when you accept that, or maybe this person is gonna change, but you can't change them in the now. You gotta be graceful to yourself. You gotta be kind to yourself and do the things that we said before in order to see, even if this situation is meant to change, you need to allow it to change by accepting what is, because that is what you would resisting and not accepting. That is what is preventing and is causing a lot of the chaos and the conflict and the drama, and is sucking your energy dry. You want to go back to that power, because you can manifest better coming from a place of drainage is such a bad word, of like you feeling drained and depleted. You need to find your energy back, and once that is fine, like I remember when I've been to the Iron Dowdy experience this month. What is it this month? Yeah. He said something that he keeps repeating even in these videos that I really appreciated. He said, you do not need to fight in order to keep people in your life. You don't need to fight to keep whatever is meant for you in your life. whether it is a business, audiences, people, friends, lovers. You don't need to fight. You need to be strong to be the person that you want to be. However, I would add to this, because I'm a huge believer that you can manifest whatever it is you want, and I'm not going to change my mind because I did it. Listen, when you fight to keep people in your life, you are giving this resistance. You are, with your focus, you're saying that this, whatever it is, situation is stronger than you. And you keep fighting and fighting. That is an energy of resistance. And you're not even if you want to manifest a specific person, it cannot happen in that state of consciousness. Because what you're saying, pile number 2, with the state of consciousness, you are saying, I don't have it yet. I am not that person that is chosen. They hate me or whatever. You cannot find results like that, you guys. You just can't. It's not how the law works. But when you say, I don't need to fight to keeping anybody in my life. I am good enough. I'm powerful. I'm beautiful. I am chosen. Then you shift in a different reality where they will choose you. Even when you're talking about specific people. Or at the very best, like I said, you'll find someone better. But honestly, do you want the honest truth that I found through my clients that were manifesting specific people? Because I have loads of success stories of people manifesting specific people. When they let go, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I think you need to hear it. But when they let go and they did what I just said, not because I said it, but because this is simply how the law operates, they manifested the specific people. They did. They came back, completely changed, renewed, but it's not that they changed. They shifted in a different reality where that was possible for them because they were holding the right state of consciousness. And then most of the time what happens, they didn't even want them anymore. It's their some of them did, but it's the minority that wanted them back. Many would realize I can have more, and in the meantime someone better did come, actually, and they ended up with a better relationship. But it's not because they had to settle down for less. They realized they could have more, and they were that powerful. So it's a win-win situation every single time when you change your state of consciousness. Every single time it's a win-win situation, whatever you end up choosing. Because at the end of the day, I'm never going to sit here and tell you what you should do or shouldn't do. It's you choosing. But we have to choose coming from a place of awareness, coming from a place of power, coming from a place of confidence. You can't make a healthy choice coming from a place of fear, desperation. You're trying to fight for resolution. You're trying to fight to get people in your life. That is only going to create dysfunction because you are dysfunctional within yourself. And somebody needed to tell you this, pile number 2, if this is resonating, and you can either accept it or not. I respect whatever you do. But that is the message that I feel for you. But if you will accept it and stop resisting and shift back to confidence, you'll have that energy and your life is going to shift in the month of November. And to be honest, it's going to shift in ways that are more in alignment with your true essence. And your true essence is about not pushing for results, being effortless, and being more graceful. And through that, when you accept that this is who you are by nature, then you're going to align with people that reflect that will make you happy because they have that vibration within themselves. They are not pushy, they don't make you fight, they're not toxic, they're graceful, they're kind, and they're empathic. And that's what Spirit wants you to have and wants you to be. Okay? That is all unfolding, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, for you, pile number 2, in the month of November. I hope this reading resonated with you and made some sense. Let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, for all my services and that free chat that I discussed before, you can find it on negavisions.com. Also on negavisions.com, you have access to my Etsy shop if you prefer purchasing from Etsy. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon for another reading. Bye! Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading for November 2025 prediction. Before I get started, I always remind you guys that if you want private readings for me, you find them on negavisions.com. All the links are down below. And you also have a chat for interpreting your cards, getting advice from Nega AI. It's completely for free. It's a lot of fun. And it gives you also affirmations that are tailor-made by me. And I do update the AI all the time, and I train it for giving you affirmations for manifesting expressing love, little rituals, money, and more. Try it. Is a lot of fun. Is it accessible for free from my website on negavisions.com. Or if you want it from the website, you can go to my Etsy shop if you prefer to purchase on Etsy. Now, let's get started with your reading. Let's see what is the energy for November 2025. I didn't get, usually before I start a reading, I get some insights or something before the card. For you, I didn't get anything. So I'm really curious to see what the cards are going to say, because it's kind of a blank state and it's one of the first time I get that. So let's see together. What's up, pile number 3? Maybe you just stumble upon this reading for fun and you don't have even any question. Oh, wow. We have the 10 of Cups. So I love that. So I don't know what's up with you, pile number 3, but it looks to me that in the month of November, there is some sort of happiness in your love life. This could look like, I apologize for the focus. This could look like a reconciliation with a loved one. This could look like happy family times, commitment, or even marriages. If you have been manifesting reconciliations, commitment, happiness in the love department in whatever shape or form, or finding a romantic partner, the month of November is that month for you. And I'm so happy you chose this pile, because the other piles weren't that strong on love, but this pile is all about love. So love is the theme of November 2025 for you. It could be if you wanted to become pregnant or having a child, that is your dream, to have your family with your child. I see one child coming into your life or already being present. So comment and let me know if this reading is already resonating. But there is love. So if you're thinking about a specific person or finding love, well, if you're thinking about a specific person, let's start with that. This person still loves you and still wants to be with you, and they want to build a family with you. They want commitment and they want children, or at least one child. They want marriage. Or if you don't know who this person is, that's where the next person that you are going to meet, which probably is going to be in November 2025, especially if you've been manifesting this, is somebody that wants a family, is ready, wants to have the level of emotional fulfillment and commitment. So that is all good. I love that. Also, the 10 of Cups does indicate emotional fulfillments in other areas of your life. So if you're thinking about money or career, I see that being solid for you in the month of November and bringing more than, I would say, a specific amount of money. Whatever career or job that you're doing, they are bringing you peace of mind to enjoy relationships, the social interactions, and emotional fulfillments in general. So let's see, November 2025. It's a month for you of peace and serenity, which we always love, and understanding and emotional connections. Then again, this card always wants to pop, is the Green Man. It's so funny because I have the picture of the Green Man right in front of me every single time that I'm doing the readings. And I also today have the Green Man as an amulet over here. And it is so funny, this card keeps popping up. So the Green Man is listening. What is the Green Man? It's Mother Earth. It's the spirit of nature, which I'm very connected to. And so this is a card that represents in the traditional tarot the Fool card. So a new beginning, a new atmosphere, abundance, springtime. Even if we are in the winter time, or maybe you're not where you're watching, but where I am in London, we are in the winter, autumn time. But even though we are in autumn, it could be that for you, this would actually feel, pile number 3, in the month of November as a month of like a springtime, of new beginnings, of taking new journeys, of leap of faith, of finding peace and serenity, quiet times, but especially connection with the spirits of nature. Now, if you believe in the spirit of nature, this could be also other spirits like the fairies, your spirit guides and angels, walks in the park, or moving into a location that gets you closer to the spirit of nature. So this comes with good news and new beginnings in general. So November is such an important month for you, pile number 3, for really peace of mind, emotional stability. And I think it will set the tone for the end of this 2025 and the beginning of 2026, that because when we predict an energy, it does ripple to 6 months afterwards. So that indicates that you're also going to start pile number 3 2026 with this level of harmony and with this energy of I'm going to be around the ones that love me, I'm supported, surrounded by nature, and Mother Earth is very important to you and is supporting you in this journey. Also, what I am seeing pile number 3, a new pet, or actually for me pets are spirit guides. A new spirit guide in the form of a pet wants to enter your life. So check that out. Maybe it's not going to be in November, maybe it's going to be, but there is definitely a new entry coming up and showing up at your door. Now, I don't see that you are going to physically go and look for a pet, but it could be that literally you'll find a kitten or a puppy or something coming up at your door. So welcome it and nurture it, because that is a spirit guide coming in the form of a pet for you, possibly in the month of November, but also it could happen throughout the end of 2025 and 2026. And the spirit of nature, the green man, is bringing that pet to you. Could be a dog, could be for some of you, doesn't have to be, but could be, since we do have a dog in the full card originally represented. There are smiling, spirit is smiling to you and is saying to be joyful and happy because the struggle is way over and you're entering such a positive phase in your life. Hence why the blank moment at the beginning of the reading where I couldn't see anything, because it is a symbol, spirit is saying, of the openness and the space that you have created through your consciousness to make all of this dream finally happen. Lovely. Beautiful. Love that. Such a feeling of peace and serenity. Green as the color, which I'm not just saying because it's my flat, but our flat actually, but it's just that maybe your aura is green, so connected to the heart chakra, to the spirit of nature, to empathy. You might be a number 5 in numerology. Your 5 is a very important part of your numerology chart. If you want to know more about your numerology chart, you can access my chat. Like I said, on neavisions.com, you just enter your data that they're gonna ask you, the chat is gonna ask you, and it calculates the chart for you for free, complete for free. And then if you do want to expand on that and have a reading from me, you can go ahead on my website and do offer also numerology reading, but you can have it for free right there from the chat. It's so much fun. I used it yesterday and some of my followers used it yesterday and they loved it. Like I said, and I updated it every single month to keep, to keep making it learn new things coming from me. So that's pretty cool. So let's see what else. I see a new home, could be, or home is not just a physical place. It could be just a new sense of home, a new place or a new person that makes you feel safe and makes you feel at home, or your person coming back and making you feel at home. Come on. We got the star card. Are you kidding me? So we have wish fulfillment, alignment, going towards your path, beautiful fairies in the spirit of nature next to you. What a month, pile number 3. You're going to be so happy. Whatever the spirit wants to drop in your life, it is meant for you. Like, I know that we believe in manifestation and we believe that we are the creator of our reality and we create our own destiny. 100%. I will never deny that. I'm bored with that. You know how I am. However, there are some moments in our life where I think that we don't have to make any effort. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm lazy. I'm a Taurus at the end of the day. But I do believe that, and maybe this is just my belief, but I do believe that things that are emotionally in alignment with who we really are authentically are meant for us. And we do not need to apply so many manifestation techniques, so much effort. I don't believe that at all. It's not been my experience. I'm very much on board, not only with what Florence Scovel-Shane used to say, but also what Abraham Hicks says. So nothing new, but that at the end of the day, when you feel in alignment, when you're grateful for what you have, when you pray to God and, you know, you have this strong relationship with spirit and you're positive in general, even when things don't go so well, but you generally have this level of faith and positivity, that is enough to transform your life. You don't need to apply any other effort. And the things that are truly meant for you, which I know many people through the law of assumption, they think this is a limiting belief, but I don't. I really do believe that sometimes when we allow our spirit to do the job, when we let it go to the divine, the things that are truly meant for us do come. It can be even specific people that we want, but they come in a different way because we are in alignment. So I feel that this is what is happening, pile number 3, in your life in the month of November. Alignment more than anything. So if you want to know more about alignment, I made 2 videos on Nia about this on my other channel, but specifically for you, pile number 3, I think that you found such a level of peace within yourself. You know where you want to go. You have a strong relationship with the divine, and this is propelling so many beautiful things from the month of November. A place you can call home, you feeling absolutely rooted where you are and feeling that you are on the right path, your life purpose in the form of money, career, and abundance unfolding and getting clearer and clearer day by day, you finding either the love of your life or finding communion with the person that you love, commitments and families, and this very strong relationship with whatever you perceive is God. Some people call it the universe, some people call it the subconscious mind. For you, I think God is really found in nature. That's where you feel God or the goddess really close to you, and that's where you draw all the ideas and the creativity and the alignment that we were talking about before. You could be, I said, a changeling or a spirit of nature yourself. You can Google if you want to know more about them. It's a crazy idea, but I do believe that people are changelings. Some people are changelings, but whatever it is, I think that this is your wish fulfilled actually happening. And I think for you, the wish fulfilled, it is about family. It is about having your own family, your own marriage, your own commitment, which is beautiful, by the way, and a sense of home and safety. You're all going to find it in the month of November. It's all going to unfold. And then what I'm seeing is also the 2 of Swords, indicating compromises being made between you and another person. Finally, a resolution of a fight, or like I said, finding the middle ground with you and another person. And also with the 2 of Swords, November, it's a month of decision. Now, this decision that you are going to make is very important, but you are going to make this decision coming from spiritual guidance, which means that in the month of November, you're going to have like a solid guidance messages in the form of numbers, synchronicities, things like that. And then you're going to be open to 2 choices. And most likely you're going to make a choice that feels very blindfolded, feels like you don't know where you're going, but feels right. And that is what will lead you to that emotional fulfillment and new beginning, positive new beginning that I see for you. So beautiful. What a beautiful reading. So let's see just another 1 or 2 tarot cards, and then since I don't see anything else, we can move ahead through the oracles. I see you reading books, learning new skills, maybe possibly participating in a course. Page of Pentacles. Really working on your craft. This could be magic wise, this could be just your skills in general, and like I said, you're learning something new that is going to help you out generate more money because you're investing in yourself and learning these new skills and getting better at it, and this is going to help you out with your career. Now, I do feel that for some of you, pile number 3, you are either someone that creates or a creative of some sort, a painter, artist, or creative, or it could be that you have your own business, and by implementing this course or this skill that you're improving, you're going to get better and better at it, and you're going to be recognized to it, by it. I'm sorry, my English, but yeah, you're generating something, you're creating something extremely powerful. And even though in the month of November, pile number 3, it feels like just the beginning. It's the beginning of something new and beautiful, and that's what you have to remind yourself. And I'm also seeing again a dog. Now a dog could be a spirit animal, but literally like a dog next to you, or like this pet. Like if you already have a dog, your spirit guides is inside of him, like they're guiding you, or there is a new dog coming in, as I said, because again, it's here. And it's so funny because as I'm doing your reading, usually Aki, my dog, is somewhere else in his bed. But today, for you only, by the way, he decided to sit on my lap for your reading. So there you go. Aki, say hi. Say hi to pile number 3. So let's see. Do you see a doggy? Do you see another doggy too? My dog be like, what the heck you're talking about? Let's see what else. Hi, baby. Kiss, kiss. Sorry for that. Let's see what else. The 8 of Wands. Beautiful. Yeah, definitely new skills, definitely learning something new, and being really visible for other, like whatever it is that you're learning new in the month of November, whatever you're putting out into the world is going to be visible. People are going to notice it, and it's going to propel not just visibility in and of itself, but more opportunities coming your way, acceptances, emails, messages, new clients, things like that. Like people really not coming for you, like really looking for you, looking you up and be like, oh, they are really, really smart at this. They're really good at this. I'm going to hire them for this job, for this painting, for this thing. So it is a beautiful month of good news and connection. I love that. And then we have the King of Cups, indicating that the theme of the month for you, pile number 3, November 2025, is love. Healing from past hurts and being loved by someone. The King of Cups is usually the king that rules the emotions. But for me, for what I saw when I'm doing the predictions or the readings for other people, it usually indicates a man coming in their life, and most of the time it's like that. And I think maybe if there is this man, meaning like a person, not the gender, but if there is a person already in your life, this person loves you, this person wants to be with you, this person wants to be married to you, they're committed, they're showing up, and they will continuously showing up, and they will tell you, they will declare their feelings even if they already did it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that is your future. Like you finding that empathic, a beautiful person that wants commitment, is ready, and it's what you always wanted finally happening. Really believing that, as this reading can give you even more motivation and an assumption to create that in your reality in the month of November, because I believe that sometimes even Joseph Murphy in the book The Power of the Subconscious Mind, he gives a negative story about predictions, but it could be turned into positive. There is a chapter where he's saying that this person was given a prediction, it was a negative one, and it ended up manifesting because the person believed in this prediction. Now I'm giving you a positive prediction, so believe in it, because sometimes this is how the tarot works. Somebody gives you a very good prediction, is so positive, and you get on board with that. Your mind is like, wow, the reader told me that this amazing thing was gonna happen for me, and you keep repeating the reading in your mind over and over again, believing it's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. So this reading can help you out manifest this thing if it's resonating, and this is exactly what you want. What I'm trying to say is, pile number 3, this thing, this dream is available for you. You gotta believe in it, that it is possible for you, and you deserve it, and it will happen if you believe in it. The only person that can block this is you, by having negative thoughts. That's as simple as that, truly. All right, let's get messages. Good messages are coming about something. Let's get some more clarity through the oracles, just a little bit something else the Spirit wants you to know besides the good news. If you have recently made a choice, the Spirit is saying it was the right one. Congratulations, you passed the test. Remember, the universe doesn't test you. It's your subconscious mind. It's your soul testing for itself for evolution. The path making, forge and create. You are a creator. Now, you are a creator besides career. You create your own reality. Congratulations. You did it. You did it. You did it consciously this time. But more than that, you are a creator. So if you're resonating with this, keep creating your art. Keep putting beauty back into the world, because people are going to see it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Just don't. Do it. That is your life purpose. The path making plus where it was the star card that we had before. This is your destiny. It's to be an artist, it's to be a creator, content creator, however you want to see it. Loads of people now are giving up on content creation. Lots of influencers and people, like, there's even a theory that the internet is dead. It's not dead. It's just that life is changing. The internet is changing. People are sick of fake stuff. They want more authenticity because they want more authenticity within themselves. And so a new wave of creators is going to happen, and possibly, who knows, maybe even new platforms. That's not the point. If you genuinely are an artist, if you genuinely are a creator, you can't stop being what you are. The people that will stop is because that wasn't their path. But I don't know. I saw it in my life as many times I wanted to stop creating. And I'm not just talking about YouTube. I was a musician before that. Somebody liked me, somebody didn't, but that's part of the job. I was very polarizing, I think, in the metal scene. But I did that. And then I did YouTube. But the truth is, I cannot stop using my voice. I'm a creator. I'm a creative person, and it will never stop. No matter how many times I want to auto-sabotage myself, how many times I find confusing, how many times I start again, I cannot be something that I'm not. And I am a creator. I've always been. And it will probably, when I accepted this is when things got better. And so I feel this level of peace for you, pile number 3, not that I'm projecting or anything, but because this is what I'm seeing for you. This level of peace comes from accepting who you are and accepting that you're a creator. You're not a person for a 9-to-5 job. It is what it is. Like, there's nothing wrong. Actually, there is a lot of stability having a regular job. There's so many pros in having a regular job, but some people, they can't function like that. They have to create. They're creatives, and you are one of them. Accept that. Go on board with that. Accept your purpose, and your purpose will create value for other people, and God will show you the way. It's as simple as that. If you accept who you are. You know, my dad told me a very long time ago, the unhappiness that people generate for themselves is when they don't accept who they are. They don't accept their nature. If people would accept who they are, their nature, everyone will be happy. Because they will stop comparing themselves to other people. They will follow their own joy, which sometimes does lead to sacrifice and challenges. But at the core, they will resonate so well with their own blueprint and frequency that it will generate happiness and abundance for them. And happiness comes when you don't follow your true nature. That's it. When you're trying to be something that you're not. And this is just the truth. I agree with my dad, and I'm so happy I had a father like that promoted always this idea that don't push for things. God will always find a way. Things that are meant for you will find you. That's what he always tells me. Follow the signs. You have ancestors and spirit guides always next to you, showing you where to go. You're protected. And follow your true nature. That's what my dad always told me, and this is why I think in my life, at the end of the day, I always found solutions, because I never went against my nature with so many self-sabotage issues. And you guys, if you've been following me for a while, you've seen them. And you've seen the confusion, and that's why all my haters and Reddit posts, oh, she's unstable, she's this, she's that. It is true. It is true. I'm just so honest that I don't lie, and you guys can see it. So it is what it is. But unstable or not, always authentic. So that's it. But I don't know why. Aki, you see the dog. I don't know why I'm seeing this for you, pile number 3, but it's like, accept who you are, accept your gifts, accept that it is what it is. You are what you are. And if you just focus not on how can I make money with this, but how can I follow my true purpose, how can I create value for other people, you ask the right question, you will find the way. You're not going to be miserable. No matter what society wants to tell you, your parents wanted to tell you, whatever limiting beliefs, you are going to find the way. And from November, Aki, from November onward, I apologize, from November onward, you're actually going to see this very strongly. Let's see what else. I'm also seeing the power of the moon, so maybe you create better at night or in the evening time. That's where you find your, your creative moments, your ideas. Pay attention to them in the evening and in the night. And also you're connected. I see Diana as a goddess, or the goddess, the feminine principle in general. Let's see what else. I'm seeing that the love of your life has blue eyes. Very beautiful blue eyes. Take it or leave it. That's what I'm seeing. Ooh, interesting. We have black candles, caution and reflection. If you practicing the craft, I apologize for the focus, do some sort of spell, more than spell, like a ritual for purification, sending back negative energy. It's always worth it. If you want a suggestion of ritual or how to do it, I did train my AI chat on negavisions.com to give you rituals that are approved by me, that I wrote down and created. So if you would ask the chat, give me a ritual for purification, they are simple ones that I trained the AI to tell you. So you can find it over there completely for free. It's worth taking a look. So yeah, just reflect, meditate, do some sort of ritual to purify your energy in the month of November, and you will be good to go. And Spirit over here is saying, maybe you already thought about it. If you did, this is not a coincidence. Get an amethyst. Amethyst is your stone. If I'm correct, amethyst is the stone of Aquarius. I'm not sure, but it could be. But regardless of that, because I've never followed, because my stone is rose quartz, and as much as I love it, I resonate with other type of stones sometimes. So crystals, I have spirit on their own. They are consciousness on their own. And the right crystal will always find you. And I'm a huge believer that they do help with manifesting, and because they hold a certain vibration. So when we wear them, it affects our energy field. And by affecting our energy field, it projects into our reality. And I remember, pile number 3, I had this client that she couldn't manifest with affirmation, but she was using crystals. So we said, why don't you use crystals to manifest? And she did it, and it worked. That's why how subjective manifestation can be. So in your case, even though everything looks good, the energy is amazing, just do a little ritual purification, you're on the right path. All that we said, amazing month for you ahead, and possibly even more than 1 month. Get an amethyst. It will help you with your energy levels. It will help you with inspiration. Plus, it's connected to the crown chakra, so that divine inspiration that as a creator you need. Calm and wise. So that is another suggestion that I have for you. You don't have to wear the amethyst. You could even buy one of these if you want. They're even small ones, not necessarily the expensive one, and keep it in your home. So something like that will really help you with this calm and beautiful energy field, and propel this beautiful wish fulfilled that is about to happen in your life, and help you out with your inspiration and creativity. So that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 3. I really hope that this reading resonates with you. Let me know, and I'll see you soon on Patreon and on this channel for more readings. Bye.